Welcome to the show where I take a look at someone's personal finances and I find a way to improve their bad finances or figure out a way to meet their financial goals. And remember to subscribe as one of the first 50,000 subscribers here will win $1,000. With that, my name is Caleb Hammer. Today we are meeting with Liz. Liz, how old are you? Where are you based out of?
I'm 25 and I'm based out of Vancouver, Canada.
And what do you do for a living?
Right now, I am a first aid instructor.
Okay. And what do you bring in on an annual basis?
I just started the job, so I haven't made any income on that. But I would say recently, over the years, with my T4s and stuff like that, I would say probably about 30 grand a year, if that.
Okay, and then wow. And that's in Canadian dollars too. So
Yeah.
how's it living in Vancouver on 30?
Expensive.
Yeah, I bet. Are you what's your living situation right now?
So we live in a basement suite, and it's myself, my partner, and then my brother, and it's about 1,600 a month. So between the three of us, it's not too bad at all. But if we were to go anywhere else, it's very, very expensive.
When you say partner, are you both married?
No.
Okay, so finances are currently separate. What's your portion of the rent?
My portion is 536 a month.
Now, before we get into that, just to get a full wrap around the conversation today, what's the status of your financial situation? What do you think I could do to help?
Well, I'm a financial idiot. I basically, when I have money, I spend it, and I feel like I do that a lot just because of some mental health issues and stuff like that. So I find buying, I have so many things in my house that I have bought and I've never used in my life. But in that moment, I'm like, oh, if I buy this, it will make me feel better.
Retail therapy. Yeah, absolutely. That is certainly a common thing, especially in Western culture. That is definitely a big thing for us. Do you have any hoarding tendencies?
No, no, I'm very OCD with keeping things clean and neat and where they need to be.
Okay, okay. So all these things that you're just buying, you just find a place for them even though you never use them?
Yep, or I gift them or stuff like that.
Okay, so you're good at getting rid of them.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you have any debts?
Not as of right now. I need to pay off my credit card kind of thing, but still only have a $500 limit on it because I don't trust myself. Um, but other than that, no. Like my car is paid for. I don't have any school debts or anything like that.
Okay, and I would actually probably, yeah, 500 cap on the credit card if you are going to allow yourself to keep a credit card.
Yeah.
Probably the best, the probably that's what I would do if I refuse to get rid of it. What I would do in your situation really is I'd get rid of the credit card. I don't think you're a person that can use credit cards from everything that we've said so far. Yeah, and we're only a few minutes into the conversation, but that I would assume you're probably not a credit card person. But $500 cap, that is fine. And do you pay that off every month? Do you ever hold balances?
Right now I am struggling paying it off, but normally I am pretty good at paying it off every month.
What's the balance on that right now?
500. Yeah, I know.
Okay, you're not a credit card person. Chop that up right now. There's really no sense. Either right now or right after the phone call, you don't do credit cards.
Okay.
It doesn't vibe with your situation. When it comes to the retail therapy in general, so is it when life gets stressful, when things happen, and that's okay. So that's when you end up spending. Now, what are the items or categories you tend to go for?
Big thing, tattoos. Yeah, tattoos usually, piercings, candles. I love my candles. A lot of the time it's been less and less, but going out to eat or ordering food in. I have been working on that though. Like essential oils, like all that kind of thing. I'm not really super into clothing and stuff like that, but or even shoes. I will kind of spend more than I probably should.
So so basically nothing you can crap. Nothing you can just sell and just pay this off quickly. Cuz food goes away. Candles, they burn hard to sell.
Yeah.
Tattoos, you know. Okay, so you did send a checking. Oh no. Wait. Oh, please don't tell me that's what I think it is. It is a $3 balance?
Yeah.
Wait, how are you like alive?
Um,
Okay, $3 balance on a checking account with $500 owed on a $500 limit credit card. What are you doing right now?
just trying, like, basically, sometimes my boyfriend will help me out, sometimes my mom will help me out. Yeah, I know. It's a very shameful thing. I do not like asking for money from people. I hate it so much.
And do you end up having to owe them, or are they just giving it as gifts?
My mom gave it as a gift. My boyfriend, I owe him
What do you owe your boyfriend?
about a grand. Yeah, I know.
What did your mom give you?
She gave me a grand. That was probably back in September.
She. When did your boyfriend give you $1,000?
It wasn't like $1,000 in like whole. It's been like over like the past few months kind of thing.
Past few months, so you've gotten the free money and the debt money, $2,000, and yet where our credit card is still at its max, and we have $3. Where I don't have the credit card statement. Are you still spending on the credit card?
No, no. The only thing that comes out of my credit card is my phone bill and
Okay,
streaming services.
no. Streaming, no. First of all, we're cutting up the credit card. We're never using it. Streaming services, phone bill, recurring payments, and everything. That goes to your checking account starting today. You cannot continue to put this on your credit card. This credit card cannot exist for your situation. Clearly, if you owe your boyfriend
Yeah.
$1,000. Okay, so and then in your checking account, let's see where we're going. I don't recognize a lot of these being in different countries, so I don't know what Istanbul Don Air like.
It's just I want to go. I got a donair one day.
What's a Donair?
You've never had a donair?
What's a Donair?
It's like it's kind of like a pita wrap with like vegetables and like tzatziki and like falafel.
Oh, interesting, because I love that kind of food. I'm surprised I haven't. Maybe I have without knowing. Okay, well, guess what? You certainly cannot eat donairs anymore. And Yakim's Yig, assuming that's something.
Which was it?
What's a Hakim's Yig?
Oh, that is a grocery store.
Oh, grocery stores. Okay, you can do groceries and London Drugs. I assume that was just, a drugstore. So that's
Yeah, I think I was picking up my meds there.
Studio 4 Body Meds.
Yeah, it was a piercing.
Oh, $50. We're not doing piercings anymore. No, we are not doing piercings anymore. What is this? So that's a deposit. That's a withdrawal. It's an e-transfer debit. I don't know where it's going, but $1,600 went out. Where'd that go?
Oh, that was rent.
And then they Venmo you back.
Yeah, so my roommates send me the rent money and then I e-transfer it to our landlord.
That's dangerous because you are the one with no money.
I know, but I always make sure I pay my rent. I've never been late on rent. I've never not been able to make a payment. I want a roof over my head.
Yeah, you haven't had to because you've gotten free $1,000 and then borrowed $1,000 as well. So at some point, without having to borrow money, it will either go into overdraft or rent payment will not be made. Social house, we're certainly not doing that. That doesn't make sense anymore. You can't do that. There's purchases all throughout here that I'm highlighting and putting on the screen. Vaping, it's a habit. That's a habit you're going to have to kick because it's an expensive habit. It doesn't make sense. It just can't be done right now. And I know that's a very hard habit to kick. Spirit Halloween, I'm sorry, you don't get to look nice for Halloween and have fun on Halloween when you're like struggling to survive and you're getting money from the parents. McDonald's, certainly not doing that. Mexican tacos, what other kind of tacos would they be? But that you can't do anymore. Skip the dishes. There's things all throughout here. Something bake. Some cookies. No more. It doesn't make sense. No more. What the heck? Why is that payroll deposit $47?
Oh, that was because I got onto a site and they didn't need me, so they still have to pay me for a minimum 2 hours.
Do you know what your monthly post tax is? Go. Okay, well, you're in Canada, so it's harder for me to just. Okay, so $30,000 is your pre-tax?
Yeah, I would say so.
So with where your income is, actually a little surprised that your federal tax rate is capped at 15. And then your British Columbian tax is up to 5.06. Oh no, 5.06. So you have 20%. You have a 20% tax that's being taken away. So $12,000 flat essentially is what you live on. Which, by the way, oh gosh, you owe half of that. And then your rent is 25% of your income. That's okay. It's below that 30% of your take home. $2,000 in a very expensive city. Yeah, very expensive city. I don't know. Remind me the position that your work position.
I'm a first aid instructor.
First aid instructor. Did you go to college?
I took a couple college courses, but no.
Okay, that's fine.
The trades kind of thing. Like I also work in film as a first aid attendant too, but the hours are very like I've gotten 4 phone calls from them in the past 4 months, so I needed something way more stable.
If you're into trades, do you have any trade certificates?
Yeah, I have like my standard first aid, occupational first aid, CPRC, all of that kind of stuff.
Would you make more money just working in first aid instead of being an instructor?
No, I make more money as an instructor.
What is the highest career path in this first aid field?
You can be like a first aid instructor coordinator, also as well as when you're teaching more advanced courses, you will get paid more.
And what will that pay?
I want to say it's around 35 to 38 an hour.
Oh, an hour. Okay.
Yeah, most of my work that I do is hourly.
What's your hourly rate?
Whatever you call it, like a salary or whatever.
What's your hourly rate?
Right now for what I'm doing is 25 an hour.
Okay. Yeah, so there's definitely a career track to get you in those 60s, maybe even 70,000s. How long is that path?
I would like to be doing this for the foreseeable future because
No. How long is that career path in terms of making more money? Not just a little more money in terms of getting into the 50s and 60s.
I'd say within the next year.
Okay. I do not know the in and outs of the first care, especially in Canada and Canada's healthcare system. I don't know that, but a year sounds incredibly optimistic to double your income within your job that you just started. So what's the real answer?
Maybe within a couple of years.
Okay, so is the real answer you don't know, or is that...
Yeah, more so I don't know.
No, that's fine. Well, then you better, if this is the field that you must be in, then you better grind, and make more money. Because first, okay, right now, you have more of a spending problem than you do have an income problem. But at some point, you will want to be more independent. You and your boyfriend might get married, and then you'll have a household income, but you might not want to live with your brother forever. You want to be more independent at some point in the more expensive city, so your income will need to come up. So you need to grind your off and get that money. However, right now you have a spending problem. You spend, I don't know, you have if you owe your boyfriend $1,000, and you have $3 in your checking account at the end of the statement, why are half, if not 70% of the things on your statements spending and having fun? Why are you allowing yourself to do that?
I shouldn't be.
You shouldn't be. Now, what I think might be healthy for you and good for you is, again, don't know the inner workings of Canada's healthcare system, but I'm thinking with the single payer that you all have, you might be able to take advantage of mental health care on the cheap, or at least certainly cheaper than here. Therapy.
I'm doing it right now as well.
When did you start that?
A couple months ago, I started seeing a therapist.
Very good. Have you talked about this spending? Very good. Okay, then you're already on the right track there, because that's certainly the next path here. What you have to then do from a self-discipline level, obviously take everything that you get from that, those sessions, which is great. I'm so happy you started that. A budget. Any budgeting app, there's a billion, it doesn't matter. I should just make my own at this point because everyone does. you need to set a strict budget with your $2,000 a month. Half a quarter of it goes to rent immediately, and then there's probably utilities, and then you got to figure out how much goes to gas, how much goes to groceries that you contribute to the groceries, however that situation is. But you do not spend a single cent more on these certain things than you lay out. That's just you being disciplined. You have to decide,
Yeah.
and then you probably set aside an extra. I don't know how you want to do it. You could do $333 a month for 3 months to pay back your boyfriend. You could do $500 a month for 2 months, or you could do $250 a month for 4 months. Whatever is best for that relationship. Put that in the budget as well. But you should not spend a single cent on McDonald's or anything else until your boyfriend is paid back. And then once he is, so the quicker you pay it back, the better. Once he is, then so this statement also said savings. Is there any money in the savings? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then, unfortunately, you're not allowed to have fun for a few more months continuing. So I would actually, the way I would build out the budget, $536 for rent, and then include gas, utilities, groceries, everything within the other $500 essentially. Divvy that out how you can. Then $1,000 starting next month by the end of December. $1,000 from your $2,000, so an entire paycheck goes to boyfriend, and then boyfriend's done. And then this sucks. I'm sorry, but this is because you have such a low income, and it's a sacrifice you have to make because of the career that you want to do, and that is okay. But you can't spend a single cent outside of that rent and the necessities to live, which equals $1,000. And then the other $1,000 of your $2,000 has to go into savings. And then you have to do that for 10 months until you have $10,000. And I think that's an okay emergency fund for you. And then, so that's 10 months. We're already in the fall of next year. Then you're allowed to go to McDonald's once. You don't set foot or drive through into the Golden Arches for another 11 months from now. You can't. It doesn't work. But that really just comes down to a couple things. One, are you able to see the light at the end of the tunnel where you feel the security of having a safety net and you feel the weight off your shoulders because you know where every single cent is going every single month, and then all of a sudden you're able to live that better life where you're financially planning and investing and you'll be able to retire? Are you able to see that light at the end of the tunnel while you go through the dark, painful tunnel for 11 months from right now? If you're able to see that, then do it. Are you able to do that?
I'm going to try. Very much so. Just, yeah.
Double your therapy sessions and, I mean, not really, but whatever you have to do to take care of yourself there, make sure they know what you're going through and have them walk you through it. And then surround yourself with people that love and support you. Boyfriend, you're allowed to have fun. Boyfriend pays for it. Right now, as long as he understands the process that you're going through of trying to better your life, he should be happy to do so. You can have fun. Family pays for it. But you do not spend a single cent. You don't get anyone a gift for Christmas this year. You do next year, but not this year. But life isn't fun for the next 11 months. Are you okay with that? Will you be able to do that? You'll feel a fire lit under your butt right after this conversation for a couple months, but 3 months into this 11th month process, will you be able to do it?
I would like to try. I really just gotta I'm 25 years old and look at my financial situation. I don't want to be 30 and deal with the same thing. You know what I mean? It's just it's a shameful thing for me to have to ask for money and to not have it. So that's not about a situation I want to be in again.
I get that. What is your car situation? What car do you have?
I have a 2009 Mazda 3 that I bought 5 years ago for $3,500.
Okay, after that emergency fund, 2009 Mazda, how many miles? Kilometers?
100,000.
Kilometers, right?
Yeah, kilometers, yeah.
320,000. I do not know the conversion.
Very high, we'll put it that way.
Well, in that case, yes, 11 months from now, after the emergency fund is saved up, then I think from the other $1,000, that isn't going to you surviving, I think you can put, I would divvy it up 3 ways. I would split that into a third. So it's like $333. $333 a month. You can have fun. Go spend that on whatever you want. Treat yourself. 333 starts going to retirement. We'll want to amp that up eventually, but just getting the ball rolling. Then 333 for as long as you have that car goes into another savings account to buy the next car in cash when it comes up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. And then once you have either enough for that car or you're forced to get that car, whatever comes first, then you can maybe double your retirement to like $600-$700. And we'll definitely want to get, by the time you hit 30, we will want your retirement account to whatever it takes to get it closer to like $10,000, and you'll still be behind at that point, but you will have the ball starting to roll. And I see a brighter future at that point. Again, it comes down to the sacrifice.
Yeah, and that's the big thing for me is my mental health does play a very, very big role in this as to why I haven't been working in so long. Like I was dealing with some health issues as well, so I was on EI for a while because I wasn't actually like allowed to leave the house was something that I had. So yeah, it's definitely working through the mental health issues and not relying on material things to make me happy.
What is EI?
So it's employment insurance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So basically, if I'm not working, I just make like half my income. So I was making $2,000 a month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's what I would do were I in your shoes, not official financial advice, but that's, I think the plan's relatively simple. This is going to hurt for a bit.
Yeah.
Mental health is very important. Please do whatever it takes to take care of it.
Work on right now because it's just going to dig me a deeper and darker hole. Like I realized this month, I was like, because I wasn't able to get my assistance this month. And basically I was like, how the hell am I going to pay my rent? And it led me into a very dark hole and some bad coping skills that I gave into. And then I was like, you know what, Liz, you have a Nintendo Switch. That is a want, not a need. You can sell it. And you can, when you actually have like money in the bank account, like years from now, if you want to get another one, then you can. But right now you can't afford it. You need to pay your rent. So sell it, get as much as you can for it, and that's going to rent.
That is one thing you can do is sell anything you don't need that you're okay with getting rid of and have it go towards these goals and have that more difficult time of saving up shortened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely another avenue. Now, is this therapy free?
No.
Okay, how much?
I pay $230 a month.
Okay. That's still not bad.
1 session a week, and then I can also it's online. So I can also like message my therapist whenever I need to and stuff like that, which is very good, like nice for me.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Obviously
100 to 150 a session, right? So
yeah, that $250 from your $2,000 a month in post tax is a lot of money though. So
yeah,
that does delay this.
That I need though, because if I don't,
oh yes,
then I'll just be.
No, it is 100% a need. It just because of that, just reassess the budget that we talked about. It's going to extend the process a little bit. That's why I now certainly encourage selling some things you can. But good. I'm glad you're doing that. I'm glad it's relatively affordable, and I wish you the best of luck. Any final thoughts?
No, I appreciate you having me on. Thank you. And just being completely transparent with me. I appreciate that. And I am going to do my best to make you proud and make me proud.
So for Liz and her Hammer financial score, income, not great. It's going to have to ding a point. I hope the career path she's talking about works the way she's thinking, because she's in such an expensive area. If you're in the middle of Kansas in a cornfield or whatever they have in Kansas, $2,000 a month in post tax is fine. But in the middle of Vancouver, that's an expensive city. That's bad. Rent, that's actually an okay portion, but she's splitting it 3 ways. No budget, $3 in the checking account, $500 maxed out credit card, paid for a car. That's good. Owing a boyfriend debt, having to take money from the parents that Luckily, she doesn't have to pay back. It's going to be a bad score, but I think if she follows the non-official financial advice, that she could really turn this around in just a year and kind of start her actual financial life, which would be great. So for now, Liz, hammer financial score, because you do have some things that are, you're not in a terrible hole to pull yourself out of. So I'm going to give you a 3 out of 10. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to share it with someone who you think might enjoy it, as it really helps this channel grow, and feel free to follow me on all the socials. Thanks.